Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Unresolved Files, where I solve unsolved mysteries, and I bring a guest on. And my name's Gabby. I'm your lovely host for the day. And please welcome my beautiful guest, Addison Wise. Hi. This is where everything's gonna come in.
Hi.
Okay. So, wait. Okay. Today we'll be talking about the Mills family, or also most popularly known as the JonesTown murders.
Spooky.
Yes. Okay. So I'm going to read you the lovely background here that I have on my laptop.
I would love the background.
Okay. The Mills family consisted of Al and Jennie Mills, who were found in a couple's cottage with a gunshot through their heads, lying dead on the floor, along with their daughter Daphne, who was alive on the scene and died 3 days later in the hospital. But their son Eddie Mills was left untouched. The Mills were found February 27th, 1980 in Berkeley, California.
Wow.
My lovely.
That's very far from us.
Oh, just wait. There's so much. I actually really like this. Okay, ready?
I'm ready.
So, this case gained popularity and was renamed the JonesTown Murders because before their deaths, they used to be in a cult.
What kind of cult are we talking here?
The People's Temple.
What?
The People's Temple was a religious cult led by Jim Jones, which is why it's called.
Is he one of the?
He's the
part
cult
of the
leader.
Family. He's part of the family, right?
No, he's not part of the family. No, I think you're talking about their son Eddie.
Oh, okay, yes.
And the reason the People's Temple is popular in the first place is because they are known of their murder-suicide of 900 people in one of their compounds, JonesTown, which is why it's called the JonesTown Murders. In Guyana, don't know how to pronounce it. Which led the Mills to leave the cult, which caused some angry feelings. And this cult was not seances and deals with the devil. It was just manipulation and abuse. Jim Jones, he was smacking the kids with wooden paddles, and he'd starve them, and yeah, he was not a great guy. He was just not a great guy. And then in 1975, Jennie and Al Mills escaped from the People's Temple after Jim beat their daughter with a paddle over 70 times.
So
something minor.
So Jim is this cult leader, and he basically rules over everybody.
Yeah, basically, and he makes people do. No one's allowed to leave the little People's Temple. Yeah. Okay.
Wow.
Oh my gosh, this is only 3 minutes long. Wow. Maybe I need to slow down a little bit.
No, you're doing just fine.
Okay. So, after the family left the temple, they went to a refugee for people that escaped cults, which I didn't even know existed.
Oh.
That there was a refugee for that. And Alan Jennie, I forgot how I pronounced her name, continued to speak out about what happened inside People's Temple, which Jim didn't like that. Ooh. And he would lash out publicly and threaten the Mills family quite often. Now, going back to the present, there lies 2 dead people in one.
There lives 2 dead people.
And one severely injured daughter who could die in minutes if medical help doesn't arrive. And a perfectly fine, untouched son. What on earth happened here?
Why is the son untouched? Why did he not get hurt?
We're moving. That's called a theory.
Was it Jim?
Transitioning. Into our theory section. Theory number 1.
To spin?
No, it's just me.
Oh,
I'm the main person here. Okay. Theory number 1.
Yep.
The ex-squad members, or ex-cult members. This theory was the theory that this was the most popular one, and this is the theory that ex-squad members of the People's Temple had killed the Mills family for spreading hate around both Jim Jones and the cult's name. Now, this is obviously the first one people think of when they hear this case, but let me ask both the audience and Addison. Why was the son left untouched then?
Maybe he was sacred to them.
Sacred.
Maybe they really liked him and they were going to use him for like a seance. And, they didn't want to kill him. And they just wanted to take him later.
Maybe. Or maybe Jim thought that. Or wait.
Maybe Jim found him attractive.
Whoa! You know what? Yeah, hey.
Theory right there.
We stand. We support everyone. Except cult leaders. Okay.
Right.
Moving on. Number 2. A drug deal gone bad. I really hope I don't run out of storage, guys. Okay.
I'll buy you more.
Sorry, a little earthquake. This is the rumor that like not many people believe, but it's still a rumor, so I put it on here. A drug deal that went bad. The Mills had to pay the Mills had to pay the repercussions of it. It was found that later that the X Squad members were involved with the family, but not their deaths, as far as police know. But hey, theory number 1. It stated that they were simply looking for a man by the name of Tim Stowen who had stayed with the Mills for a while and, was doing some bad stuff, dealing some drugs. Do you deal drugs, Addison?
No.
I don't believe you.
No! I don't deal drugs. I feel like every time I raise my voice in this mic, it's gonna sound
it's gonna
really
sound.
bad.
I'm kind of nervous.
Raise your ya.
Insert music.
Yeah.
Okay. Theory number 3. This one's that the FBI took them and killed them because. Okay, let me actually read the paragraph I wrote. This one does not have a lot of information, but it's the final theory I'm bringing up for today. And it's just that the FBI got all of the information needed about the cult from the family and then executed them. That's the whole theory.
You know what I think?
Yeah, which theory do you believe most? Or do you have your own
I
theory?
just think that maybe after they escaped, the FBI thought they were still part of the cult and didn't understand that they were trying to get away from it. And they were just like, oh, the cult killed 900 people. Let's get them. But not the son.
But not the son, yeah.
How old was the son?
I'm pretty sure he was a young adult because, hold on. Let me lead my next section.
Oh, shoot.
Yes. So going back to Eddie, their still very alive son. What about him? There was a case opened up on suspicion of him in 2005, and he was arrested December 5th, 2005. I accidentally put 2025 on my notes.
That makes sense.
However, he was soon released and found not guilty due to lack of evidence. And he's still alive today. And he moved back to Japan after his trial to live with his wife and kids.
What?
So yeah.
Japan.
He moved to Japan all the way from California.
Was his wife from Japan?
I don't know. I actually didn't search up his wife. I just searched up him.
I think he killed them and he moved to
think?
Japan so that he could try to get away from it, so that there would be no more cases opened up about him.
But why would he kill them?
Because maybe they forced him to be into the cult.
Oh, maybe there were some inside things that happened to him that we just don't know about.
Exactly.
Jim did some awful things. There's some things I just didn't put in here.
What?
He did some bad things.
Can you tell me and then bleep them out in the editing?
Okay. He
I put my hand on a stove
to see if I still bleed.
Yeah.
And nothing hurts anymore. Okay, anyway. Also, another little note is the government in California knew all about this cult and just didn't do anything.
Oh, so maybe.
They thought the cult was good because Jim would tell everyone how to vote, and then there'd be better voting, kind of rigged. Not kind of, it was rigged because Jim manipulated them.
So, what kind of voting?
For elections, Jim would tell them how to vote.
The cult?
Yeah.
And since there were so many people in it, it actually altered it and actually mattered.
I mean, there was over there was over 3,000 people in this call, I'm pretty sure.
Well, they were probably scared to contradict him.
Man, it's like 3,000 versus 1.
Bro. How you about to let someone have that much power?
Yeah, so the government knew, and they liked it. They were actually happy when they moved their compound to California for the elections. But I fear my phone might run out of storage here soon. So
10 minutes, 25 seconds.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and close this out. Thank you, Edison, for being on my miniature podcast today. This episode is really short. I think I might have talked too fast.
Thank you for letting me on here.
Yep. Maybe I need to add more details next time. I'll keep that in mind. But let me do my... Anyways, what do you think? Do you think one of these theories are real? Or do you have an entirely different one? Let me know in the comments below. That's all the unsolved drama I have for you this week. Tune in next week for another new episode and a new guest. And as always, never stop